Hi, hello everybody, I'm Justin, this is Koopa, and welcome to Koopa's Corner. And today we're going to be talking about Pokemon TCG Pocket, the Deluxe EX set that came out a little while ago. I haven't been posting as much lately because life's been lifing, but I did screen record the first day of the pack launch of some pack openings, and I didn't do as many as I maybe normally would and save some of my hourglasses for the next set because there's a lot of repeats in this set. And so those are going to be playing off to the side here because I did not actually make a video with those because of, all the life stuff going on. I'm a little bit behind. Never actually made a pack opening video for this set. But I just wanted to talk about the set a little bit, and I figured, hey, let those play off to the side here. There's been a lot of really mixed reaction to this set, and I just kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit. So there are a lot of people who hate it, right? There are no new cards in this set, none whatsoever, right? They are just alternate arts of cards that have already released. So if you're in this mainly for the deck building and the battling, this doesn't add anything to your decks. This doesn't change the meta, so anytime you jump into ranked and you play, you're going up against the same Suicune Greninja decks that you've been going up against already for the past month. These are all completely valid concerns. If you've been somebody here since day one, if you've put money into the game, you probably have most of these cards already. Completely valid concerns, right? On the other hand, people who came into the game a little bit later, people who started in the beginning, then disappeared for a while, have publicly been like, hey, I'm back because of this set. Hey, I don't feel so behind anymore. I can catch up because of this set, right? So there's pros and there's cons. And you got to imagine that this is kind of like the last set of the first full year of Pokemon TCG Pocket. Their mentality had to have been to kind of calm it down, take a breather, let people catch up, give people an opportunity to get anything they may have missed before we jump into the next year. And the next set is going to be a huge set with Mega Evolutions, right? So before we have this big, huge set, possibly the first 3-pack set since Genetic Apex, let's give people a breather and a chance to catch up. I like the mentality. I don't know if it was executed well. I think the biggest problem with this set for me is it's too big and there are too many repeat cards. I think they could have executed this much better, and I'm not even asking for new cards, but just with more alternate cards. Even if it was only like the foil versions of the cards, right? Because we have, for example, Bulbasaur from Genetic Apex, then foil Bulbasaur from Genetic Apex, right? And then Ivysaur, and then foil Ivysaur, and then it's the Venusaur EX card, because every EX is in this set, right? Just give me the 2 foils. I don't need the regular Bulbasaur and the regular Ivysaur. I can get those in Genetic Apex. These are basically the same card, but a little different. It gives me something different, something new to collect, at least while I'm opening my packs, right? And something else about this set is that it is limited time only. This is going to be the first set that we know of that disappears from the the app at the end of the run when the next set drops, right? We're not going to have this chance. So some of these cards are going to be a little bit rare. There's also a handful of EX cards that have a new alternate art, and it's a really cool art. It's like really sick. Give me a few more of the EX cards with that alternate art, or load it with the extra rare versions from the previous sets. Give me the rainbows, and the 2 stars, and the crown rares, and the immersives. Give me a chance to collect more of those. Just less of the common cards that we already have. And none of them have to be new. It's just a chance to get rare cards that I missed, or alternate versions of cards that already exist, right? And that could have struck a little bit better balance, right, than what they had. And that's just my thought on it. That's my thought on this set, guys. I understand what they were going for. I think it was kind of smart to bring people back before this next big set, let people catch up. It makes a lot of sense. It's just it wasn't executed as well as it could have been. And there was no reality where every single person was going to be happy, right? Your whales were never going to be happy because they have all of these cards already, right? I think another problem with this game, and we're seeing it particularly now because of this set, is ranked, right? We talked about ranked a little bit before it first launched, but with ranked, it's just get in and grind, and it really decentivizes people from experimenting with different kinds of decks, different cards, all sorts of fun stuff, and it just promotes the same old meta stuff because you gotta win, because you gotta climb the ladder, because you gotta get your hourglasses and your prizes. It's one of the big reasons I wasn't a big fan of ranked coming to this game. I think instead of ranked, where it's the same old battles, it's just gonna incentivize you to play a little bit more meta. We could have had some fun events. We could, we used to have the 5 in a row events and the win 45 overall events. Why not have an event where it's, hey, you are only allowed to use cards from Space Time SmackDown? We've never done that because the only time we've ever done that is with Genetic Apex. It's the only time you've only used the cards from one set was the very first set. Because when Mythical Island came out, guess what? You could use Mythical Island and Genetic Apex. You always had those cards available. So just do an event. And if you don't want to play that mode, then you don't play that mode. You just jump into your normal battles. Right? Something like that could bring a little bit more life into this game. And it could give you something to do while you're waiting for the next set. While you're waiting for the meta to change in ranked. And, it could keep people playing because right now, this isn't really it, and there's too many cards in this set that even you're not even really collecting all that much. You're just opening your packs, and whatever happens happens. At least for me, right? I'm a largely free to play player. This is nice for people who are largely free to play players. If you were missing any EX cards and stuff like that, but just give me those foils. Give me those alternate cards. Even if they're reprints, right? It's kind of the best of both worlds in that situation. And anyway, that's my thoughts. The new set should be coming out, a couple weeks. And hopefully it shakes the game up a little bit. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.